up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these pants on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's how I do theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat down. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all of this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitch was going to, I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitch was probably up in prison. Girl. Oh, Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yala Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. If you have my DMs, I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here the fuck we are. Here we are. Here the fuck we are. Another day. And this is the best way we can start off the fucking Run Your Mouth. Because we are here. We are literally here. We are the breakout baby girl here to truly express our goddamn sentiments. Here we are. Here the fuck we are. Child, girl. Hey, y'all. What's going on? Y'all all right? Let me say hello to y'all, and then we're going to go ahead and get this party started. The dossier today is packed. We have a lot to discuss today. Let me greet you properly. Welcome to today's edition of Run Your Mouth. I am L Teddy 27. I'll be navigating this ship today, running you through the stories and headlines of the day that you need to be concerned about. Y'all, it's so much. It's just so much going on right now, y'all. I was adding stories to this to the dossier as I was coming on. As I was coming on. Child. Child. Yeah. Anyway, let me say hey to y'all, and then we'll go ahead and get this party started because it's just a jam-packed day. Okay? Jam-packed. Hey DPG, Lock Queen. What's going on, Lock Queen? Hey, boo. Tracy W. How the hell are you? Hey, crazy homebody girl. What's going on? Tamara. What is up, my love? Hey, Symmetry. Symmetry, you made it to DC yet? Or did you? Oh, you said you was going virtually. You did say that. Hmm. Hey, Janae Boo. Yes, Janae, we got the cover. We're gonna cover the latest happenings down to the LA. Yes, I will be covering all of the news from LA right now. Um, it did make the dossier. I was at that while we were coming on. Chef Don, all the way from the ghetto, in the ghetto. The voice is coming back, y'all. Y'all hear the voice is almost at 100%. It's almost there. You know, that's how I know whether or not I'm ready to go. Like, if I can do all of the parts of the intro, like when I say we were introduced to Tick's meat, if I can hit that note, it ain't quite 100% yet. It's about at a good 85%. It'll be, yeah, it's almost there. Mm-hmm. Just saying. That means we ready to go. Hey, Ronald, Demetria. Hey, girl. What is going on? Are you all right today, Demetria? Hey, Tracy C. What's going on, boo? Samira, I am glad to have you here. Samira, you see all this shit going on. Samira, girl, Samira. Girl, you see all this shit going on today, right? Cha. Now look at who we have here. Hey, Paul. Trade let you out. Trade let you up from underneath him a little earlier today. I see. Well, we're glad to have you. Not you done smoked so much greenery in the last 48 hours. Child. I got my voice is coming back, y'all. My energy is at about a good 90% today. I woke up feeling good today. I'm still on the meds. I'm still on the meds though. I think one more day of med. They give you like 5 days. And I start, even though I went on Thursday evening, I didn't start them till Friday because I wanted to have it, And so because you're supposed to take it in the morning and the evening. So I started Fridays. I could go in there and look and I know Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I got one more day. Tomorrow's my last day of med. So I should be good. Hey Jason, what is going on, sir? What's up, bruh? Jason, what's good, bruh? There go my TJ, my Haitian princess. Sock say, my love. How are you? Yeah. Terrence, what is good, bro? Yes, Terrence, we will be covering all of the happenings down to the LA today. Child. Not the deranged lunatic messed it up for you. Hey, Miss Shorty B. You said we just need Larry as background music. Wouldn't that be something? Just have Larry just constantly in the background as background vocals. Grr. Cha. Grr. Hey, Precious Jewel, how you doing today? Cha. My boy, y'all hear my voice? It ain't quite at 100%, but it's almost there. I got this, and I got a BioLite waiting in the refrigerator if I need one. But I think I should be able to make it through with this Powerade. I got some Gatorade in there too if I need it. Oh wow. Oh wow, thank you for that update. Simera says she got news from her friends in labor unions and farmers unions in California that they will go on strike sometime this month. That's a warning for everybody here over there in California agriculture. That it's going to stop. Be prepared. Okay, that's going to affect grocery prices. Go get your groceries now. Go get your produce. Well, see, the problem is produce. You can't just stock up on produce and think you're gonna keep it because it's perishable. Girl, see, theme song for Ashley Kids. I don't know what Ashley Kids is. Oh, you talk about for Damien and Damien Jr. He ha Damien 666 Devil Child. You heard that? See, girl, you heard it. Uh-huh. The voice is coming back, Tracy. You should have said Satana, not Ashley. We don't call that bitch Ashley. She's Satana. Girl. Hey, Quake. What's going on? That was just for you, Tracy. Tracy, that was for you, girl. Girl, that was for you. Child. 80% of our agriculture is from California, so stock up with frozen veggies and canned goods, etc. Shit will go up in price. Yeah. Hit up the farmers markets. Yeah, but if the farmers are striking, I mean, baby, I don't know. Listen, need to go ahead and start my garden. I'm just saying. Lord. I got it, Tracy. I got it. Okay. Okay. We have a farmer's market every Saturday in my city that I go to. Okay. Mm. Mm. Oh. Child. Not what in the 7 month of Jumanji, child. That's the best place to get your produce. Okay. I was whipping up some spinach dip when you went live. Oh, okay. No problem, y'all. Hey, boo. Child. Y'all, if y'all ready to get this party started, I told y'all we have a packed dossier. We got to get y'all out of here before Really B goes live at 6:45. She is gonna be on time today. And so I got to get y'all in and out. And I got a lot of sugar spiky segments that I really want to get through and unpack as much of it as I can with y'all. So if you're ready to get this party started, go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat so we can go ahead and get this situation. So we can go ahead and get this situation going because the day is still young and we have a lot to cover over here. Okay. There's just so much to cover. So much to cover. All right, I see my Shondos in the chat. That means, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary gender conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the late great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
Oh God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So loved the world, I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Thank you, Larry. So we start today with the devastation, the sheer, unadulterated devastation that is going on in Central Texas. Listen, it is I told you yesterday, it is apocalyptic. The last time I checked, they were almost at 100 people that had passed. Last number I got was 95 people confirmed dead. 95 confirmed dead. 95 people confirmed dead. Mm-hmm. 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 They're still searching for some of those little girls that was at that camp, but they're starting to find most of them. They've already found them dead. Mm-hmm. It is apocalyptic. And the first segment, I should say, of our Sugar Spike segment today is devoted to the weather and everything that's going on with the weather. Because I was over here months ago screaming at the top of my lungs that this was going to happen. And I don't want to be, I told you, it does not give me a good feeling. I don't feel any solace. I don't feel anything good about saying that we were over here screaming this from the rooftops. Screaming it from the rooftops. Screaming from the rooftop. And I I do I do not know. Y'all listen. I y'all I have no words. I literally have no words. I literally have literally no words at all. Now, they don't want to take blame for this. The blame game is going around. But the experts that know what's going on have stated that that the fact that there were cuts to NOAA, cuts to the National Weather Service did contribute to this. The experts are right out there saying this. They're out there saying that this is happening and that the fact that there were cuts to the National Weather Service, NOAA, and everything. Caroline Levitt is out here lying her ass off, talking about, oh, we were over staffed at the National Weather Service. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. I don't. Here's what I want you to do. Hey, Felicia. Okay. Um, Hey, Sharice. Hey, hey, Catherine Powell. Hey, everybody coming in. I'm going to put a link in the chat. This is something that I purchased earlier this year. I purchased one for all of my family members. I purchased it cost me a pretty penny, but I purchased about 8 of them. And people that I love and care about, I gave one to my mom. I gave one to my aunt, my little sister, my little brother, my other brother, and I purchased about 8 of them, and it cost me a pretty penny. I'm going to put a link in the chat. The link in the chat is going to be for a NOAA radio. Okay. This is what I need you to do. We're here about answers, okay? Because the people don't want to give you fucking answers. So I'm going to give you an answer. What I put in the chat is an Amazon link. You click on that, it'll take you to Amazon, and it'll give you a link to a NOAA radio. A NOAA radio is something that you can utilize in the case of an emergency when the power goes out. It is solar powered. It also has a hand crank. It has the NOAA radio service built in. It can charge your cell phone. It has a flashlight on it. It has SOS signals, and so forth. I encourage you, if you live in a natural disaster prone area, that includes if you live in places like Tornado Alley, if you live in places that are flood prone, if you live in hurricane places that get hurricanes, and so forth. My suggestion is buy one of those. Let me see if I can show it to you. Hold on, let me click the link and show you what this is. Hold on just a second. Hold on 1 second, because I want y'all to see this. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Put this over here. All right. Now, this is it right here. As you can see, it has a flashlight. It has the speaker. It has the analog radio there, the radio dial. If you look at the top up there, it has solar panels on there. They have a little video that you can watch, but this is something that I purchased. It's $50, and like I said, it cost me a pretty penny, but spending a few $100s to me was worth it, so that my family, friends, and loved ones, because in the case of emergencies, if you have that, if you know you get an alert on your phone, or something says, hey, there's a possibility of flash flooding, there's a possibility of tornado or anything, you going through a hurricane, and you're preparing for a hurricane, go get you one of these. Even if you feel like, well, I'm not in that type of area, L. Teddy, you never know. I would say it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Like I said, it can charge your cell phone. If you need it, it is solar powered. And it also has a hand crank charger as well for if the solar power goes out at night. It has a I got this one because it kind of had everything I needed. It had the different types of USB plugins that you need. It is something that you need to have, because these people are going to send us down the path of destruction. Left to themselves, these people will kill us. We will be dead and gone. And we are at the point now where we have to work out our own soul salvation with fear and trembling. Right, Prime days are to start tomorrow. So like DPG said, it might go on sale tomorrow. Go ahead. They have other ones that are not as priced. They have some that cost about $30 or so. I saw some for cheaper prices, but I wanted this one because it kind of had everything I need. I love the fact that it had the crank, hand crank power, as well as it has different methods of powering it, and not just one method. It had the different plugins that I need. But I'm saying, and I wanted to say this because these people are not looking out for our own well-being, y'all. I wanted y'all to see that and have that, because these people do not care about us. They don't. They do not give a damn about us. You want to know how I know these people don't give a damn about us? Here is your Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Here's what he had to say.
State and federal resources have just poured into that area. Is there anything more that can can be done congressionally, legislatively to help these folks?
In a moment like this, we feel just as helpless as everyone else does. I've talked to my colleagues there in Texas, Chip Roy and August Pfluger, whose families, that's Chip's district. August's daughters were at the camp. We also had Betty Carter of Georgia, had grandchildren there. It touches so many families, and all we know to do at this moment is pray. Every available resource has been deployed. The president, of course, is dialed in and watching this develop moment by moment as we are, and we'll handle supplemental funding requests as they come in, but right now they're still trying to do rescue and recovery, and our hearts go out to all of them.
All the Republicans have for you is thoughts and prayers. And these bastards sit back as if they are the people that control the purse strings, as if they're not the ones that can say, Congress is immediately going to allocate funds. We are going to press the president to authorize National Guard troops, because remember, he's authorizing National Guards to deport people, but not authorizing National Guards for the purpose of saving lives. Hey, Harold. Hey, Spicy Original. They have nothing for you. Hey, El Sid. All they have for you is, these Republican people have for you is thoughts and prayers. Let me remove the Republican adjective. All of that Congress and the people who are supposed to be in charge have for you is thoughts and prayers. They're not even coming out and saying, we're going to fight and make sure that agencies like FEMA are not done away with. The president was asked just yesterday whether or not he was still going to shut down FEMA at the end of hurricane season, and his response was, "Oh, well, let's not talk about that right now. Let's just concentrate on the on what's going on there now, and we'll talk about that later." Translation: hell yeah, bitch, we're getting the fuck rid of FEMA. Get over it. Now, like I said, it may not be a whole lot that I can do because I know y'all are all over the place in terms of, but I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to continue to call my Congress members. I'm going to continue to offer resources like that NOAA phone, that not NOAA phone, that NOAA radio that like I said, I encourage you to have, because it can save your life in the moment of a natural disaster. Hey, Crimson 25. And they're not here. We have to look out for ourselves. Certainly, if there are things that you come across that are great things that for the community that we may need, let me know. Send me an email. Say, hey, El Teddy, I saw this thing. Can you put this out there? Because this is something that I think everybody should have, or may help people in times of need, times of disaster, and all of that stuff. So please, if you have those types of recommendations, like the NOAA radio that I showed today, and hall monitors, if you could let me see if I can pin that that link to the NOAA radio in the chat. Hold on for a moment. Let me see if I can get there. See if I can get there. Here it is. Okay. Because dare I ask Harold to do it? Because Harold's going to come back and say, can't you just pin it? Just a lazy hall monitor. God bless his heart. Just as lazy. But like I was saying, as of right now, we have close to 100 people that are dead. My last check that I looked at, there were 95 people confirmed dead. 95. Yeah. Death toll is at 95. They said there are 20, including 27 people. That's including some of the little girls, as well as some of the camp counselors and directors and things that were found dead at Camp Mystic. Okay. Here, the scary part is right now they're bracing for more rain to come in an area that's already devastatingly saturated. already devastatingly saturated. And they have rain there today. They do say in the coming days it should be a drying out that's supposed to come in the coming days. Um, um, but that's not until Thursday and Friday. It is I mean, whole lives have been lost. You're talking almost 100 people at this point, and those are the people that they know about. They are saying that that number could go up dramatically, because there are a lot of people that were not aware were in the area, or may have been camping out in that area, or may have just, sometimes you have unhoused individuals, people who take impromptu trips and say, oh, I'm going to go hiking today, or oh, we're going to go camping tonight. There are a lot of people that fit into that category. You have to also understand that this was a holiday weekend. This was 4th of July. So and when you have a holiday weekend, a lot of people take impromptu trips. I'm telling you that number is going to grow, and I'm very afraid. This goes. Hey, Uncle Jay. Um, thank you, Uncle Jay. I feel better. So, um, like I said, these people are not going to look out for our well-being. They are diminishing resources. Hey, the informed. They are diminishing resources. They are doing away with large personnel, down to, hey, Karen D, down to NOAA, the National Weather Service, and so forth. You're welcome, lovely True Red. Like I said, um, there were the Texas officials were saying, oh, this never happened, this is unprecedented, and somebody pulled right on up the video of the same thing happening back in the 80s. They pulled up the news report, the newspaper clippings, and the actual news broadcast, where the exact same thing happened in the exact same area. I believe they said it was in 87 or 88 or somewhere around there. But they're saying as if this has never happened in the history of that area. And the meteorologists and scientists that work on geography and topography and weather have said, no, this area is prone to this. Already, they came and said, oh, the National Weather Service, hey, Antonia, didn't warn us, didn't do anything. They pulled right on up. We did send out signals. We absolutely did. Here's the evidence. Now, a lot of things fall into play. Like I said, this is a rural area, so we don't know what cell phone service is like in that area. If power goes out, that's why I sent that NOAA radio to you all, because sometimes in emergencies, cell phone service may be shoddy. What if the flood took out the towers for the cell phones? Who knows? What if there's no power? All types of things happen. So in situations like that, it's always good to have a backup plan. And that's why I wanted to give y'all the link to that. I would say, if you don't buy one for anybody else, buy one for yourself. I'd rather you have it sitting in the back of your house and not need it than wishing you would have. Because I'm sure there are a lot of people in that area that say, damn, I wish I would have had one of these. Put it on your even if you don't got the money right now, put it on your in your cart at Amazon. They may have a deal tomorrow during Amazon Prime Days, and we'll see if somebody will let me know if they have a deal on it. But I'm telling you, do yourself a favor, get one. If you have somebody you care about, either recommend them getting one or buy them one. I got people that ain't shit sometimes, and I might tell them to get one, and they're gonna be like, okay, I'll get it, and they never get it. I tell them, I'm not gonna let y'all play with me like that. I bought you one, it's coming to your house. Oh, appreciate it, thank you. Whatever. Well, I'm just trying to look out for your well-being, because you ain't shit. They listen, they're looking for people to blame Terrence. They're looking to play the blame game. These people ain't shit. Speaking of ain't shit, here's the reason why I had to take off the adjective Republicans, because Chuck Schumer, Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, is now all of a sudden demanding, right? Demanding that the Commerce Department's Inspector General investigate vacancies at the National Weather Service offices and whether they increased the death toll in recent flash flooding in Texas. Mr. Schumer, while you're over here making these type of demands, where was this energy when members of your own party and caucus were voting to confirm bastard bitch ass hoes like Christy Nome to be Department of Homeland Security Secretary? Where was this energy then? Why the fuck you wasn't browbeating and bussing the Democrats that voted for that bitch across the head? Because to me, you don't look like you're serious about what's going on over there. Don't come to me as the Monday morning quarterback, because you have not shown me, sir, that y'all gave a damn. I told y'all from the beginning, not a single motherfucker that bastard nominated for a cabinet should have gotten a single vote from your entire caucus. While you're over here talking about what the inspector general should be doing, what the fuck are you doing? And what have you been doing? People are dying. People are dead. And as much as they are screaming about Republicans and this administration, I'm screaming at the Democrats as well, because you bitches confirmed these whores. Y'all sat there and said, oh, they're going to do the right thing. Oh, they're going to practice decorum. Oh, they're going to see to it that, the precedent that we have had and the ways of governing are upheld, and that the Constitution is the law of the land. They don't give a fuck. And they told you they weren't going to give a fuck before they got in there. And you bastards went and confirmed these sick assholes anyway. So you can miss me, Chuck Schumer. You, Hakeem Jeffries, and all you other bastards that voted to confirm these people. That's why on Saturday, not Saturday, yesterday, on Silly Saturday, that's why I went through every single vote of Congress. I'm sorry, of the Senate. Every member of the Senate, we went through and we looked at how each of you voted. And let's be clear, there were Democrats that voted to confirm these that fucking raggedy ass whore bitch, Christy Nome, who's responsible. Because the last time I checked, between Christy Nome and or is that under? It's either under Christy Nome. No, I think FEMA's under DHS. Yes. What am I thinking about? But Noah, is Noah under DHS or is Noah under HHS? Let me see. But y'all was over here. Hold on. Noah is under Department of Commerce. Who's the Secretary of Commerce? It's Howard Lutnick. Let's see how what his confirmation look like. I'm gonna take a little bit of time. I'm sorry. I might go a little bit over today, but we need to know how these people voted, right? Let's see. Let's see here. Mm, mm, mm. See how many Democrats voted to confirm him. Did we have any? No, we didn't have any. Oh, but by that point, but Lutnick was a late. Lutnick, I see what happened here. Lutnick came way after the rest of them people, and once they figured out that it was, I see what happened here. Lutnick wasn't confirmed until February 18th, after a whole bunch of people had been confirmed, and by that time they figured out, oh shit, these people are really sending us into the ground, and it was already too late. I told y'all from the beginning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. These people ain't shit. These people ain't shit. These people ain't shit. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Ain't shit. You can miss me with all of this, Chuck Schumer. Why the fuck are you here? Hey, Brittany. Listen, Hakeem had the audacity to send me a fuck. Child, these people got a lot of fucking nerve. Right, shuffle the fuck on, sir, weak bitch. And that came from Demetria. That came from our girl Demetria. Harold said y'all are DL Republicans. I like that term, Harold. I like that. We may have to infuse that into the hey, Miss Bay thing. We may have to infuse that into the repertoire, into the vernacular. DL Republicans. That's what they are. Republicans on the DL. Chuck Schumer, unfortunately, is not up for re-election until 2028. So we have to wait until 2028 to vote this bastard out. And I think Kirsten Gillibrand, we have to wait until 2030. Ciao. Hey, Marty, you like that too? Ciao, girl. Let's move on. And I told y'all we have a whole segment on weather. Now, this is not from Texas, because while there's apocalyptic flooding in Texas, North and South Carolina just got hit. And Uncle Jay, if you in the chat, let us know you and your people in North Carolina are right. We're just hit yesterday with a tropical storm, Hurricane Chantal, and they're now having catastrophic flooding over there. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you do recall just a month and a half, 2 months ago, we reported on this platform that your president said he wasn't giving another dime to North Carolina to help them in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. Remember, we reported that over here? That your president, Kristi Noem, and FEMA said they weren't giving a dime more to North Carolina to help them in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. Now, North and South Carolina have been ravaged by, and this was just a tropical storm. That's why I tell y'all, sometimes it seems like, oh, it's just a tropical storm. We'll be all right. And now you have a whole deluge of water and rain that have ravaged the area, an area that's already still recovering from a hurricane that went through there just last fall. Listen, I told y'all these people have. I'm gonna let y'all hear from I'm not gonna tell y'all what I know and how hurricane season is about to be. If y'all think these floods are devastating, you wait until you see what happens this hurricane season, because they are. I'm gonna let. This is one of the weathermen from back home in Miami. He's been the weatherman down there since I was a little boy. He's been a meteorologist down in Miami since I was a little boy, for decades down there. So he done covered all lifelong meteorologist. I'm gonna let him tell you, because he posted on his social media about this hurricane season and what we can expect. Here's his words.
Tonight and just about every other night of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, we are going to be tracking hurricanes like it's 1999. NOAA announced that starting on Monday, we would lose microwave scans from a trio of satellites that they operate jointly with the Department of Defense. Now, these microwave scans from the satellite allow us to peer under the clouds, especially important at night, because the infrared satellite images that we get at night are just too coarse. They're not detailed enough, and we miss potentially rapid intensification cycles or tightening of hurricanes. And obviously that leads to unpleasant surprises, potentially deadly surprises, when it comes to forecasting and alerting people of the potential dangers of a hurricane. Now, add that to the fact that we've lost about 20%, just under 20% of the weather balloon data from the U.S., due to staffing cuts at National Weather Service and NOAA. The threat that all research having to do with the physical properties of a hurricane and how we can understand them is under threat of being severely cut. And the fact that there are trained technicians which were furloughed or, we lost during the cuts of the 560 people that we've seen at NWS. Well, these trained technicians, amongst other things, can maintain radars, maintain aircraft. This type of data might be lost if the radars are down or if the hurricane aircraft cannot fly. Bottom line, we are on a time machine to the previous century, except this isn't a party and people could die.
I don't know how else to express this. Please go get your NOAA radio. It's pinned at the top. If you don't have one, please listen. I pinned the link at the top. Go buy you one. It may save your life. Hey, little baby. If you don't have one already, go buy you one. It's pinned at the top. Yes, that's $50. You may say, I want the $30 one. Do whatever you feel necessary. I bought the $50 one because it worked nice for me. That $50 may be a life-saving $50. But like the man said, this shit ain't getting no better. Please don't expect the same level of forecasting as we've had in previous years. That's what the man is saying. These bastards are sending us down the path of destruction like no other. Actually, there is, and I talked to a friend of mine who lives in that area. In the area, I think it's called Kerrville or whatnot. There is a decent sized black community there, El Cid. From my friend who lives in that Central Texas area, told me, said there is a decent sized black community over in that Kerrville area. So I'm not going to say we are unscathed. Also, these hurricanes and natural disasters, while I want to say it is our ancestors coming to get people, these are we are living in these areas as well. We are living in these areas as well. So I can't necessarily count this to the ancestors. I'm just saying. Here we are. Here the fuck we are. Right, El Cid. That's the point that I want you to get at. When the news reports on this, they're going to only report on the white people. Oh, because that makes because in the moments of natural disasters, that makes the American people feel feel the humanity of it all, feel like this is a horrible situation. Whereas if it's a black, mainly black community, America gonna go on with life like, oh, okay, nothing to see here. Let's just keep it moving. Oh, the blacks are over there dying. All right, well, let's push through. Let's push on. But now they see the humanity. Oh, the humanity, because they're white people. Because they show white people and they don't show our people that are experiencing the same amount of devastation. I'm just saying. Mm, exactly, Miss Shorty B. Exactly. But please don't be mistaken. And where did Uncle Jay go? Did he respond? Can somebody go to the members only chat and tell Uncle Jay we looking for him? We need to update and make sure him and all his people okay after the tropical storm that went through there. So yes, over in North Carolina, they have North and South Carolina. There are flood waters have risen, and they're experiencing flooding in that area. They're saying parts of central North Carolina experience hazardous conditions overnight, including 3 to 8 inches of rain. According to North Carolina Emergency Management, multiple water rescues were conducted in Almanace, Orange, and Chatham and Durham counties overnight. And several areas have declared local states of emergencies in North Carolina. About 120 roads were closed today across North Carolina, but several major roads they had started to dry out several major roads, and they have been reopened, including parts of I-40 and I-85 in Alamance County. And that's according to Governor Josh Stein. There were some deaths in North Carolina from the tropical storm as well. And so they're still picking up the pieces from that. Remember, this is the same state that had to face some devastation from Hurricane Helene. There was also flooding in parts of South Carolina as well. Uncle Jay said, I'm here. Signal went out. Yes, my people and I are good. In my hometown, Pinehurst area, it was major flooding and so bad. I drove home Raleigh around 11 p.m. and half the highway was shut down. See what I'm saying? Now the news ain't telling you, they ain't showing all of the black people. They only gonna show you and not that I'm trying to diminish the white people and their deaths, because it's just as devastating. I see the humanities and everything, but you're gonna hear about the little white girls at that camp over and over and over, because that's pulls at the heartstrings of white America. But they're not going to tell you our people that's in Texas and our people that are over there in North Carolina that are dealing with natural disasters. And while they're saying, oh, Trump is going to go visit Texas and declared a disaster emergency for Texas, are you going to do that for North Carolina? Or does this only apply to states that have a Republican governor and not states that have a Democratic governor? Well, we're glad to know that you are you and your people are okay, Uncle Jay, because I was not gonna be okay till you came up here and let us know that. Anybody else in North Carolina want to give us a progress report? Let us know how you doing over in North Carolina. Yes, I-40 in Alamance was shut down, had to detour and take back roads all the way to Chapel Hill. Okay. Thank you. Listen, that's why I say go get your NOAA radio now. This is why we're here. Listen, y'all, as much as we are living in a bizarro world, the reason that we have the community that we have, this channel, other channels where we can be a community is to share information to help us survive the fuck shit that's going on. We have to keep each other safe. We have to be a village for each other. And as things come out and things that we know can help each other, we have to recommend these things to each other so that we could survive this and hopefully get on the other side. Mexico did send people up to help. They sent first responders up to help Texas. Sure did. Sure the hell did. My grandmother and aunts came and stayed at my parents' house, and glad they aren't in the flooding. You couldn't see any of the roads. Literally, it was clear on Saturday. And like these things happen real fast, like flash flooding and things like that. It can happen, and before you know it, you're surrounded by water and there's nowhere to go. You're surrounded by, so that's why if you might get an alert, flash flood warning in your area, and you may say, "Oh, child, that's just a little bit of something." But just in case, the times that I've had that, I just turn the little thing, the radio on, and the NOAA radio actually has an alarm that can go on. You know how your cell phone has that stupid emergency management service alarm that you have to turn off. You can there's an alarm on that one as well when things in your area are, when there's a imminent emergency in your area. So we have to make sure that we keep up with each other, and so forth. Anybody else over there in the North Carolina area? We want to make sure all about North Carolina or Texas people as well, as well. All right, when you purchase the NOAA radio, check out the emergency flashlight. They are very bright and can be set to a flashing mode. Correct. They also have the one that I put up, the link to the one that I put up has SOS signaling as well. So, but yeah, we gotta look out for each other. We gotta look out for each other. We absolutely. El Cid says you can purchase water alarms as well and put around your home. Keep your documents or copies off site, and the ones that you do have on site, make sure that you put in a waterproof Ziploc bag and things like that, just for safety and well keeping. Listen, that's hurricane preparedness, and some of us, grew up in hurricane areas, and we know how to prepare real well. Child, not you had a wrestling appointment. See, we can't even be serious. He was out here wrestling and stuff. Was it good? Because some of that hurricane and tropical storm wrestling is some of the best kind, child. Ooh, child. Anyway, in our last bit of news about the weather, I told you I was going to have a whole weather segment. Now, El Teddy, what is the United States National Climate Assessment? What is that, and why are you telling us about this? I'm glad you asked. And let me read this to you. Websites that displayed legally mandated U.S. national climate assessments seem to have disappeared, making it harder for state and local governments and the public to learn what to expect in their own backyards from a warming world. Scientists said the peer-reviewed authoritative reports save money and lives. Websites for the national assessments and the U.S. Global Change Research Program were down Monday and Tuesday with no links, notes, or referrals elsewhere. The White House, which was responsible for the assessments, said the information will be housed within NASA to comply with the law, but gave no further details. Searches for the assessments on NASA websites did not turn them up. NASA did not respond for request for information. The NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which coordinated the information in the assessments, also did not respond to inquiries. According to a climate scientist by the name of Kathy Jacobs, who coordinated the 2014 version of this report and works at the University of Arizona, she said, quote, "It's critical for decision makers across the country to know what the science in the National Climate Assessment is. That is the most reliable and well-reviewed source of information about climate that exists for the United States. It's a sad day for the United States if it is true that the National Climate Assessment is no longer available. This is evidence of serious tampering with the facts and with people's access to information. And it actually may increase the risk of people being harmed by climate-related impacts." End of quote. Harvard climate scientist John Holdren, who was President Obama's science advisor and whose office directed the assessments, said after the 2014 edition, he visited governors, mayors, and other local officials who told him how useful the 841-page report was. It helped them decide whether to raise roads, build seawalls, and even move hospital generators from basements to roofs. End of quote. Um, uh, Texas Tech climate scientist Catherine Hayhoe. Wow, that's a name. That's her name, Hayhoe. Hayhoe. Texas Tech climate scientist Catherine Hayhoe, who has also been a volunteer author of several editions of this report. She said, quote, "This is a government resource paid for by the taxpayer to provide the information that really is the primary source of information for any city, state, or federal agency who's trying to prepare for the impacts of a changing climate." End of quote. Copies of past reports are still squirreled away in NOAA's library. NASA's Open Science Data Repository includes dead links to the assessment site. The most recent report issued in 2023 included an interactive atlas that zoomed down to the county level. It found that climate change is affecting people's security, health, and livelihoods in every corner of the country in different ways, with minority and native communities often disproportionately at risk. The 1990 Global Change Research Act requires a national climate assessment every 4 years and directs the president to establish an interagency United States Global Change Research Program. In the spring, the Trump administration told the volunteer authors of the next climate assessment that their services weren't needed and ended the contract with the private firm that helps coordinate the website and report. They canceled the report. Additionally, NOAA's main climate.gov website was recently forwarded to a different NOAA website. Social media and blogs at NOAA and NASA about climate impacts for the general public were cut or eliminated. Mr. Holdren said, quote, "It's part of a horrifying big picture. It's just an appalling whole demolition of science infrastructure," end of quote. The national assessments are more useful than international climate reports put out by the United Nations every 7 years or so because they are more localized and more detailed. And that's according to all of the people that worked on these assessments in the past. The national reports are not only peer reviewed by other scientists, but examined for accuracy by the National Academy of Sciences, federal agencies, the staff, and the public. Hiding the reports would be censoring science, according to scientists, and it's dangerous for the country. Comparing it to steering a car on a curvy road by only looking through the rearview mirror. Ms. Hayhoe, she said, quote, "And now more than ever, we need to be looking ahead to do everything it takes to make it around the curve safely. And it's like our windshields being painted over. End of quote. Y'all know when this story was published? This story was published on July 1st and edited on July 2nd. You know when this flooding happened? 2 days later, July 4th. Here we are. Here the fuck we are. Hey, CC. CC came right out. You get a Noah hand crank radio. I bought one years ago. I need to pull out my hurricane. So I'm telling you, CC, tell the people. They're trying to kill us, y'all. They're trying to kill us. So now you're cutting the scientists from the National Weather Service, NOAA, the National Hurricane Center. You're cutting the resources and even the information that scientists need to gather and collect information and resources to help us predict things that we should do within our respective municipalities and counties and states that can help save lives. You're doing away with that. The report that's supposed to come out this year, they canceled it. We don't need a report on a U.S. National Climate Assessment. Mind you, I just read to you the law was passed in 1990 that you have to do this. They don't give a damn. People are going to die. People are going to not die. Hey, Kawale, what's going on, boo? Listen, we got to report the truth over here. People are going to die. Well, hell, people have already died because of these people in their negligence. Let's keep going. I told y'all I was going to report on what's going on over in LA. In LA, rather than them focus their attention on North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas, and everything they have going on, no. Your federal government is concentrating on turning us into a police state and releasing federal police over to MacArthur Park in LA because they're more concerned about deporting legal. They ain't even worried about illegal immigrants no more. Now they're worried about deporting legal immigrants now. And here's the first video. So as opposed to worrying about the fact that actual U.S. citizens are dead and dying, these bastards are doing this down to the MacArthur Park in LA. Now, Mayor Karen Bass went out there to investigate.
I am going to say,
Mayor Bass, I need to get my phone. We're departing.
Okay. All right. Mayor Bass.
Any comment, Mayor Bass?
Thank you.
Mayor Bass, any comment?
Yes, my comment is they need to leave, and they need to leave right now. They need to leave because this is unacceptable.
Who did you speak
Just
with?
wait and see.
Mayor Bass,
They will be leaving soon.
Mayor Bass, who did you speak with on the phone just now? Who did you speak with on the phone?
They have custody.
Wow.
That's going on. That was going on as I was coming on live today. That's what's going on. Please be clear. They're coming for us. Us. You know what I mean when I say us? They coming for us. We're next we're the next man up. You do know they're about to start deporting Haitians. We're next man up. And when they start deporting Haitians, now they can have every excuse to just look at the color of your skin and say, oh, let me snatch you up. Oh, you're not Haitian? We'll figure that out once we get to the ICE detention center. Once we send you over to Alligator Alcatraz, we'll figure out if you're a U.S. citizen or not. Because that's literally what they're doing to Hispanic and Latinx people that are actually born U.S. citizens. They're snatching them up based on their skin tone, based on their name, and saying, oh, yeah, let's just snatch you up. Oh, I'm a citizen. We'll figure that out after you get to the ICE detention center. Hey, Jay Parrish. Cherie said they set up check points in Cali so ICE can catch people. Marty said, listen, they never stopped coming for us. You're right about that. But now, as opposed to, because remember, your president said that he was going to start sending U.S. citizens over to El Salvador, over to CCOT. Please be clear. Now, instead of putting us in federal prisons in the country, they're going to start to ship us out to CCOT and or to South Sudan, like they just shipped out several immigrants to South Sudan, and a federal judge gave them the go-ahead to do it. Not a federal judge, I'm sorry, that went to the Supreme Court. They just gave them the go-ahead to do it. The people are not even from South Sudan. These are Hispanic Latinx people and some Asian people that they snatched up, and they said, oh, we're just going to send you to the south of to South Sudan. Mind you, South Sudan is embroiled in a whole ass civil war. It's not a safe place over there. These people aren't from there. They're just shipping them there. Just going on over there. You think they ain't going to start doing that to us? I'm just being honest. El Cid, I'm trying to tell you. In more news, in business and commerce news, well, Japan and Japan and South Korea, well, they just got new tariffs placed on them today. Now, your president had extended tariffs that were and the extension on not extended tariffs, but extended the relief on tariffs that's supposed to end on the 9th, on this Wednesday. So he's been telling countries, well, y'all need to come and negotiate. Y'all need to figure out what y'all gonna do, or y'all getting these tariffs back. Excuse me, certain countries, he said, oh, well, I'll give you another extension until August 1st. And so Japan and South Korea falls into those countries that won't be levied until August 1st. But he said, yeah, y'all are going to get a 40% tariff. Several other countries will get tariffs on August 1st. Goods from Bangladesh will get 35% tariffs. Bosnia, things imported from Bosnia and Herzegovina, 30%. Cambodia, 36%. Indonesia, 32%. Japan 25%, Kazakhstan 25%, Laos 40%, Malaysia 25%, Myanmar 40%, Serbia 35%, South Africa 30%, South Korea 25%, Thailand 36%, and Tunisia 25%. Now, what are the gamers going to do? Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure somebody will. Don't most of the gaming systems and their and the things associated with these gaming systems come out of Japan? I thought they came out of Japan. Am I wrong about this? I try to stay up on these things. You know, what are the iShow speeds and Kaisenats of the world gonna do now that the games and gaming systems coming out of coming out of Japan and things like that are gonna go up in price? I'm just saying. The country Tunisia symmetry. Okay, so I'm right. I figured I was right. I just wanted to make sure. Listen, Crimson, there's no rhyme or reason. We found that out when they did it the first time. Your president and the people working for him are fucking idiots. And the system with which they came up with, or the mechanism with which they came up with the tariff percentages, according to all economists, did not make sense at all. And that's from every economist that's worth his salt in education. LC said video games are major industry in Japan, and the country is considered one of the most influential in video. Well, they about to get that it's about to go up in price. So, but the Kai Sanat, his bread and butter comes from gaming. That's how he made his mark as a gamer on Twitch and stuff. Him and iShow Speed. That's how they got to the level that they are at now. Ciao. I just wanted y'all to be informed. While all of that up, I told y'all they're trying to kill us. Oh, now y'all know we've been on the listen. On this platform, we have been informing you all of the shit with NOAA, the National Weather Service, the National Hurricane Center for months now, right? In the same vein, we've been reporting on HHS and vaccines and measles outbreaks early on before the rest of these people as well. Well, here we are. The United States has broken its record for the highest number of measles cases in the country since the disease was eliminated. I'm putting up my quotation fingers, eliminated in 2000. It comes amid falling childhood vaccination rates and a rise in anti-vaccine sentiment fueled by lingering COVID-era distrust in public health authorities and a strengthening anti-vaccine movement. Just halfway through the year, at least 1,277 cases have been confirmed across 38 states and the District of Columbia, according to data from Johns Hopkins University for Outbreak Response Innovation. That's the most since 1992 and surpasses the previous record of 1,274 cases from all of 2019. And we're only halfway through the year. Experts say this year's cases are likely severely undercounted because many are going unreported. So it's a lot more cases out there that's not even reported. We got a whole measles outbreaks. We are in the middle of the goddamn apocalypse and Armageddon. We got natural disasters coming at us. We have biological warfare in the form of viruses and shit going on. We have the Gestapo and this police state happening. We are in the middle of fucking Armageddon. And all of this shit could have been avoided. There have been at least 155 hospitalizations and 3 confirmed deaths from measles this year, including 2 otherwise healthy but unvaccinated children in Texas. A 3rd death was reported in New Mexico in an unvaccinated adult who tested positive after dying. Only 3 measles deaths were reported between the years 2001 and last year. Let me say that again. According to the CDC, from the year of our Lord 2001 all the way through 2024, last year, there were only 3 deaths from measles. In what is that, 23 years? 3 deaths. In this year alone, there have already been 3 deaths, and we're only halfway through the year. Where's Larry? Here, Larry, I need you.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So loved the world, I want to fight. That he gave. His only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! How would somebody help me?
Thank you, Larry. These people trying to kill us. All of this, these are things that could have been avoided. We're in the middle of fucking Armageddon, and all of this shit could have been avoided. God be with us. God the fuck be with us. Listen, we have now surpassed the record of the most cases of measles reported, and we ain't even counting the unreported, since Harold has been alive. This is all avoidable. They declared measles eliminated back in 2000 due to a effective vaccine program. Vaccines that work. You take the fucking shot, you don't have to get measles. You bitches are the dumbest fuckers on earth. You people are trying to kill yourselves, right? And kill all the rest of us with you. Like stupidity is what gets all of us killed. And these people are some of the dumbest fucks ever. I just don't understand. They got damn near 800 cases in Texas alone. Jesus God. Oh, Lord. It just keeps getting worse. Speaking of vaccines and vaccinated, God of mercy, God of love, a coalition of doctors, groups, and public health organizations sued the U.S. government on today. They've sued the U.S. government today over the decision to stop recommending COVID-19 vaccinations for most children and pregnant women. The American Academy of Pediatrics, American Public Health Association, and 4 other groups, along with an unnamed pregnant doctor who works in a hospital, filed the lawsuit in federal court in Boston. U.S. health officials followed infectious disease experts' guidance previously had urged annual COVID-19 shots for all Americans ages 6 months and older. But in late May, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced he was removing COVID-19 shots from the CDC recommendations for healthy children and pregnant women. Many health experts decried the move as confusing and accused Kennedy of disregarding the scientific review process that has been in place for decades, in which experts publicly review current medical evidence and hash out the pros and cons of policy changes. The new lawsuit repeats those concerns, alleging that Kennedy and other political appointees at the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services have flouted federal procedures and systematically attempted to mislead the public. The lawsuit also notes recent changes to the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices. Kennedy, a leading anti-vaccine activist before becoming the nation's top health official, fired the entire 17-member panel this month and replaced it. We've reported on that. And replaced it with a group that includes several anti-vaccine voices. Doctors say Kennedy's actions are making their jobs harder, with some patients raising doubts about all kinds of vaccines and others worried they will lose access to shots for themselves and their children. These people are trying to kill us. Hey, D. They're trying to kill us. Let me move on. I'm still in the sugar spike segment. I haven't even made it through the sugar spike segment, and it's already 6:30. God of mercy, God of love. Lord, let me try to get through this stuff fast. Can all my veterans put a 27 in the chat? I need all my veterans to put a 27 in the chat because I just need you to be informed. Please put a 27 in the chat if you're a veteran, or maybe you get veteran benefits because of your spouse or parent or something like that. All my people who are veterans or receive veterans benefits, please put a 27 in the chat if you would. Thank you. I know Terrence Green is a veteran. Yep, there it is. There's the 27. Well, here we are. The Department of Veterans Affairs says it's on track to cut nearly 30,000 positions by the end of the fiscal year, a significantly smaller workforce cut than the department's previous estimates. VA Secretary Doug Collins said in March that the VA's goal was to cut 15% of its workforce, which would mean eliminating about 72,000 total positions. But the VA announced today that it's no longer considering the department-wide layoffs through a reduction in force. The VA says it shed about 17,000 positions between January and June. Those cuts happened through attrition, according to them, under a government-wide hiring freeze that deferred resignation programs, and retirement. No, bitch, you push people out of their jobs, you raggedy lying ass bitches. But they say the department expects nearly another 12,000 VA employees to be without a job again. Let's be clear. Any amount of reduction in force in the VA is a problem. Every veteran I know, and I know a lot of them, complains about the inefficiency of the VA hospitals and Veterans Affairs. They're already not doing enough for the people who've given their bodies and lives for us and our freedoms in this country. You're already not doing enough for these people, and you want to cut the force, the personnel that works for them. Now I want y'all to rationalize this. You just cranked up the budget for the Defense Department to $1 trillion, right? But you're cutting the amount of people that work and help veterans. I'm just trying to make the scales make sense. I'm just trying to make this make sense. Let me, y'all. I'm trying. Well, Rainbow Coalition Compound. Y'all thought y'all was going to be left out of the Sugar Spike segment today? Oh no. The young man you see there, his name is Stephen Falco. And what happened was Stephen he's the leader of an independent Baptist church in Indianapolis. And he did a sermon down to the Shore Foundation Baptist Church, and they and the sermon made it to their Facebook page. Here's a portion of Mr. Falco's sermon.
Calling for members of the LGBTQ plus community to be put to death or to kill themselves.
Indianapolis faith leaders, they're condemning the message. ITMate's Kyla Russell joins us now with video of that sermon and why the queer community says that it's deeply harmful. Kyla.
Yeah, hey there, Farron. So the sermon was titled Pray the Gay Away and was given from the pulpit inside the Shore Foundation Baptist Church on the northwest side of the city.
There's nothing good to be proud about. Being a you want to blow yourself in the back of the head. You're so disgusting.
That's Stephen Falco. He's inside the Fundamental Baptist Church and is speaking during men's preaching night. The event was live streamed on their Facebook.
Got a bunch of that want to come around, walk on our streets and demand our children, and we should look them in the eye and say, no, you're not going to have our children.
Falco continues to call for the death of the queer community. And following the sermon, I reached out to the church about his words. They told me that Falco is only calling for the death penalty and suicide for the actual sodomites or homosexuals. The Bible teaches that those people are worthy of death. They are supposed to be executed by the government. We are not to take the law into our own hands. I also reached out to members of the LGBTQ plus community to ask how this rhetoric impacts them. Allie Klausing is a mom to 4 kids and an advocate in the community.
Children are targeted silently and violently. These children don't know social constructs until we teach them that. And so when we're teaching them through hate and disguising it through scripture, what we're doing is abusing them invisibly.
The concerned clergy of Indianapolis tells me the message is theologically irresponsible and pastorally dangerous, saying they stand for dignity, inclusion, and justice for all.
These people don't care. Oh, the church has doubled down. The church has doubled down and said, oh yeah, we stand behind him. I'm just saying. Oh, listen, that young man, Harold, is somewhere right now douching his booty hole to get his back blown out. Okay, let's be clear. He's searching all over Grindr and everywhere he can find Tammy or whatever the little newest thing is, BBC, so he can find the biggest, blackest dick to come and displace his internal organs. He gives me a motherfucker that's got a prolapsed ass that or as they call it, a meat sock that when he bends over can shoot up out his rectum and just to invite the newest BBC inside of his meat sock that shoots all bloody and red rosebud out of his asshole. That's what he gives. I just call it as I see it. I just calls it as I sees it. Let's move on. In our last sugar spiky story of the day, God, this was a whole sugar spiky live. I only got 6 minutes left before Really Big goes live. God. Idaho wants you to know that everybody is not welcome. The state's attorney general ordered schools to prohibit signs that read, quote, "Everyone is welcome here," end of quote, under a new state law. HB 41, which went into effect July 1st, bans the display of banners or flags in K-12 classrooms that represent, quote, "political, religious, or ideological views, including but not limited to political parties, race, gender, sexual orientation, or political ideologies," end of quote. Republican Raul Labrador issued guidance on how schools should apply the law, determining that the policy applies even to vague messages promoting kindness. Let me say that again. Determining that the law even applies to vague messages promoting kindness. And this is in kindergarten through 12th grade classrooms. Representative Labrador specifically referenced signs hung by Sarah Inama, a 6th grade history teacher at Lewis and Clark Middle School, who went viral in March. We reported on that in March too. Who went viral in March after she revealed that the Ada School District Administration ordered her to remove signs in her classroom that read, quote, "In this classroom, everyone is welcome, important, accepted, respected, encouraged, valued, equal, and everyone is welcome here." End of quote. That's what the sign read. And they said that, oh yeah, a sign like that is not appropriate. He said, Representative Labrador said, quote, "These signs are part of an ideological social movement which started in Twin Cities, Minnesota, following a 2016 election of Donald Trump. Since that time, the signs have been used by the Democratic Party as a political statement. The Idaho Democratic Party even sells these signs as part of its fundraising efforts." End of quote. I don't need to go any further. This is now in schools now. So now a teacher cannot put a sign up in a classroom from kindergarten through 12th grade that says everyone is welcome here. And if you think this level of discrimination and bigotry is just relegated for the Rainbow Coalition compound, because now a white person could very much well say, "Oh, everybody's not welcome. We're not welcoming to your kind either." I tell y'all, when they do it to one minority, they're doing it to all minorities. So Idaho wants you to know everyone's not welcome. Hey, J Diva, everyone's not welcome in Idaho. Just so we're clear. Just so we're clear. Everyone's not welcome in the great state of Idaho. As we belly flop out of the sugar spike segment and deeper into the dossier, God help me. Famed gospel artist Mother Mosey Burks of the Mississippi Mass Choir passed away this weekend. She was 92 years old. A long-lived life, great gospel singer. We loved her voice. And now she done went to the great beyond. She's gone up to be with the ancestors. My favorite song by her is "I'm Not Tired Yet." I'm just saying. Hey, I'm not tired yet is my shit. But wanted to report on that. That's been making its rounds this morning that Mother Mosey Burke, she passed away at the age of 92. For those of you all who frequent the Buc-ee's, now Buc-ee's is expanding even further. In early June, they opened their first Mississippi location in Harrison County. Last week, they opened their first Virginia location And now they've opened their third store in Georgia. As of right now, they operate 54 locations across 9 states with other stores in, because we know Bucky started in Texas, but they have stores in Alabama, Colorado, Florida, Kentucky, Missouri, South Carolina, and Tennessee. And they plan to expand further. They've already started building a location in Benton, Arkansas. They started a location in West Memphis, Tennessee. So listen, a Bucky's is coming near you. Now, if you ain't never been down to the Bucky's, listen, you need to go there. They started on one near Dayton, in Ohio. They are building one in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. They got one coming to Ocala, Florida, and Fort Pierce, Florida. I think the Ocala one is going to be right off the turnpike. Watch, it's going to be right off the turnpike. They got one that's coming near Fort Pierce, Florida. That one probably going to be off the turnpike too. That'll be real smart to build it right off the turnpike. They got one coming to Monroe County, Georgia, Ruston and Lafayette, Louisiana, Goodyear, Arizona. Baby, they're not playing with y'all. Make it down to the Bucky's. Make your way down to the Bucky's. Oak Grove City, Kentucky, Anderson, South Carolina, Hardyville, South Carolina. They coming all over the place. They popping up everywhere. Go on and get you a brisket sandwich and tell them I sent you. I don't think they have none in Philadelphia, near Philadelphia either, but they creeping their way up there. They got one coming to Dayton, Ohio area. You know the Bucky's. If you stop to Bucky's, please expect to have 45 minutes to an hour. If you traveling and you say, girl, let me go ahead and stop by the Bucky's, baby, just prepare for 45 minutes to an hour. It ain't no in and out down to the Bucky's, okay? It's not no in and out. Baby, they have over 200 gas pumps, down to the Bucky's. But baby, go ahead and get the brisket sandwich. Thank me later. The brisket sandwich is the best thing they have there. I'm just saying. I ain't even gonna call it a mini Walmart because it's damn near the same size as Walmart. You know the Bucky's. You cannot go up in Bucky's and think you're gonna get right on out. What I do love about Bucky's is now they keep a clean bathroom. They keeps a clean bathroom down to the Bucky's. Now I ain't gonna lie. They keeps a clean bathroom. You can't. You is not lying, Demetria. You can get all of that in one trip down to the Bucky's. But go ahead down to the Bucky's. Listen, they slowly making it out to the West Coast too. They got ones in Arizona and stuff. They got ones in Ohio, so they making their way up north. Just get ready. Lovely True Red, them bathrooms stay clean, honey. Child. They got artwork for sale and everything. Baby, they sell everything. They do not have the showers like Pilot. You know, Pilot is for them truck drivers and stuff. Pilot and TA and what's the one with the little, oh, that's Pilot that had the little jet one. It's another one. Pilot, TA, and it's another one that the truck people go to. Those would be the ones with the showers. I don't know, Crimson, because when I look at the ladies' bathroom, it's always a long ass line outside of the ladies' bathroom. I be feeling bad for the ladies because that line outside of the ladies' bathroom be all the way outside. I'll be like, oh, what if you have to go to the bathroom real bad? I'll be like, oh, every Bucky's I go in, that ladies' bathroom be all the way out the door. Oh, it's Loves. Thank you, Demetria. That is it. It's Loves. Thank you, Uncle Jay. Thank you, LC. It's Loves. Listen, The men's bathroom, I don't think I've ever had to wait for the men's bathroom. But the ladies' bathroom, they be waiting out the door. I'd be like, oh, girl. But yeah, go ahead down to the Buckies. They opening up everywhere. Y'all know we done had our foot on Deshaun Watson's neck for years now. We was reporting on him liking to have fingers dug in his booty hole way before the general public. We've been reporting on this deviant. Well, he done got married to that chick. The same chick, her name is Jilly Anais. She went ahead and married him. They got married. They got married this past last Thursday. You know, they showing off their rings. Do you keep that ring on, ma'am, when you stick that same finger up his asshole? Huh? I'm just asking. If you keep that same ring on your finger when you stick your finger up his asshole, we know that's what he like. Just let me know. I'm just saying. In this open marriage, because clearly it must be open, how many massages a week does he require? I just want to know how many different massages a week does he require? Because we know he has a proclivity for getting these massages, having people rub on his booty hole, sticking fingers up the booty shoot. Ow, the booty shoot. Stick it up the booty shoot. Hey, the booty shoot. Let's be clear. He like it up the booty shoot. We've been reporting on this since the year of our Lord 2021. Might be going back to 2020. Baby, cavity checks and all, baby. I just want to know if he like that big old multi-carat diamond up his booty hole. When he toot that thing up, mommy, make it roll. They say he have two positions. He have the V position where he gonna put his legs in the letter V and tell you to shove a digit up in him, or he have the toot that thing up, mommy, make it roll position where he toot his ass in the air. They say he prefers the V position. Child, Samira. Child, they got married on the 3rd, this past Thursday. I'm vulgar, but he's not vulgar, loving to have fingers shoved up his asshole, but I'm the vulgar one. Child. Listen, I don't have no problem with you wanting stuff shoved up your ass. That I ain't got nothing to do with it. My problem, sir, is you went and married this woman and you have a proclivity for inviting skanks off of Instagram down to your house for a massage. They tell you I ain't a massage therapist, and you say, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll tell you what to do. Just come on down. You gonna get flued out, and I'm gonna just make sure you take care of me." I'm just saying. Listen, if you need Deshaun, I'm sure Harold or Uncle Jay don't mind throwing on a wig if you just want stuff shoved up your booty shoot. They'll go over there and help you out. Harold, let them know, Harold, you'll put on a wig for him. Uncle Jay, let him know you'll put a wig on and just shove something up in him if he needs it. I'm just saying. Didn't they try to sneak this in? I ain't see it nowhere to today, girl. Child. Oh. Young Jock and Kendra. So apparently they're on the outs. Young Jock apparently done walked away from the relationship. He posted on social media. He wrote, I believe on Instagram, quote, "I hate how strangers can just send shit to my wife and she instantly sides with them. I've been one of the most consistent people you will ever meet. And I'm at a point where I'm just done. No, I don't want a celebration for walking away." End of quote. He posted again. And then said, quote, "Maybe I should just move to another country. Maybe I'm not as valued as I think I should be. I tried to give you my all, and you don't see the true king in me. I pray you find happiness elsewhere. End of quote. He then posted again and said, quote, never allow people to belittle you. Apologize for the belittling. Then turn around and stand on the belittling. I will be logging off and taking time to reflect on my decisions. End of quote. What about your decision to cheat on this woman left, right, and sideways, sir? What about that decision? You say you've been consistent on things. You've only been consistent on cheating on this woman. Sir, don't come over here looking for sympathy from us. Do not come over here looking for us to be on your consistency. Girl, y'all better go get him. Girl, I just cannot. Girl, only thing I know is consistent is you've been throwing your little 4.5 dick all around the greater Atlanta area. That's the only thing we know that's consistent. You ain't shit. Now, don't look for me to have sympathy for you, Kendra, because he wasn't shit before you got with him. He was an ain't shit ass motherfucker when you got with him, Kendra, and you thought you was gonna change him, and now he's still an ain't shit ass motherfucker. Listen, Cassandra say she came with Sister Jock, and that came from Cassandra. Girl, I cannot. I don't know where y'all find these people. What is happening here, y'all? Like, he's really looking for y'all to have sympathy for him. Y'all need to go over there and cry with him. Go over there and cry with John. He needs a shoulder to lean on. Go over there and play the old. What was the name of that group? Was that Troop? They're saying, cry no more, no more, no more. Shoo doo 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 doo. Go ahead, cry no more. Go. Somebody go over there and cry with him. Somebody go over there. We ain't got nothing for Kendra either, baby. We don't feel bad for you. I'm just saying, sir. Go with God. Cardi B. The people said it looked like she broke up with Stefon Diggs after the man rented out a whole castle. I told you, Stefon, you was a stupid ass motherfucker for buying a whole castle for this whore who had her blocks beat in by the likes of Offset. Now, mind you, Offset is celebrating. Somebody when somebody posted that she had removed all of Stefon Diggs posted pictures from her social media. Somebody said Offset celebrating. Offset replied to the comment and said, facts. I don't have time for these people. Stefon, Cardi B was an ain't shit ass motherfucker before you got with her. So what do you expect? I don't feel bad for these people. I have nothing for these people. I do not feel bad for them. All of these people ain't shit. All of them ain't shit. Offset ain't shit. Cardi B ain't shit. Stefon, you was stupid for getting with her, so you ain't shit either. I have nothing for you. Not stop putting these roaches on TV. Let me move on, because that came from Terrence. Terrence says y'all are roaches, and he's tired of y'all being on his television screen. I'm going to move on. Right, go take care of your baby. In more news, we almost out here, y'all. I'm real late. I'm sorry. Sierra Ortega, that's on this little show that I don't watch, Love Island. Well, she's the second one to get the boot. She was kicked off because they said she made racist statements about Asian Americans all on her timeline that they found. She's the second one. Remember, we reported over here the other little girl, her name was Yalissa something. She got kicked off because she was making inappropriate and racist and discriminatory statements. Who's doing the vetting of these people? I'm just trying to figure out. Like, who's vetting these people before y'all put these pariahs on the television screen? Remember her family coming all out saying, "Oh, don't be so mean. This is a rough time for her." Oh my, no, 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 no. We don't care. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Listen, I compared to Cardi B, you could call me a member of the Beehive. If you compare Cardi B to Beyonce, I love Beyonce. When you compare how I feel about Beyonce to Cardi B, you might as well make me a full-fledged Beehive member, because I am on record saying I cannot stand Cardi B. I like nothing about her. I want nothing but the worst for her. At least I can tolerate Beyonce. I cannot even tolerate Cardi B. Brandy, I'm okay with, except for the fact that she's a murderer and she steals people's men and she puts people's eyeballs out. Just saying. Yeah, this season is apparently a damn mess. Only thing I'm watching is I'm on my last 2 episodes of Ultimatum Queer Edition or Queer Love or whatever with the lesbians. Baby, them lesbians be having a lot going on. They be having a lot going on. That damn AJ, child, she ain't shit. Anyway, for those other reality TV people, Nene Leakes revealed that she was supposed to be on season 4 of Traders, but ended up not being able to do it because her son Brent was hospitalized. But she said she was all she revealed that she was originally set to appear. But because her son was in the hospital, she didn't end up doing it. I would have liked to see Nene on Traders. Y'all know we love Traders down here. We had a whole panel for Traders. Mm-hmm. Big Brother start on Friday, y'all. Big Brother start on Friday, y'all. I'm sorry, on Thursday. Big Brother start on Thursday. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen her on Traders. Baby, the lesbians are a whole situation over there. A whole one. A whole one. Just saying. In our last story of the day, Master P wants you to know that he retired. Okay. Okay. All right. He said his performance at Essence yesterday was his last performance. He's retiring. He had a set yesterday down to the Essence Festival. He said that was his last performance. He said, quote, "My last show has to be with Essence. It has to be big, a celebration. It's a blessing now to be able to transition into doing something that's bigger than me. Being a servant is my most important job. I feel like hard work got me here. Even though I didn't know I was going to get this far in life, God spared my life and put me on this journey." That chapter closed itself with maturing and growing up and not being afraid to grow. End of quote. You wasn't already retired? Like, sir, you sure you wasn't already retired? I I thought, shouldn't you be somewhere working on your relationship with Lil Romeo? I I don't know. I thought you was retired already. I mean, okay, go ahead, do your big one, sir. Okay, listen. I didn't know you was still producing music or was doing music. Right, Marty, like, girl, you ain't been retired for the last 20 years? Like, girl, what is happening? I don't know. Anybody been out here, downloading the latest masterpiece stream? Nah, 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 nah. Right. You don't want to go to war with a soldier. Bitch, get your mind right. No limit, true limit. I thought I told you. I mean, y'all not out here downloading the latest masterpiece stream. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Not Cash Money took over. Since Cash Money took over for the 99 and the 2000. Baby, listen, I don't know. I don't know. Right, like he over there punching the punch clock and shit. Girl, y'all are silly. I don't know. Oh God, sir. Sir. Okay, sir. Happy retirement. Okay, sir. Happy retirement. Okay, happy retirement. Go with God. That's all we got for you today. That is today's dossier. We real late, y'all. I apologize, but we had some important stuff. If you came in late, pinned to the top is a link to the NOAA library. Not NOAA library, the NOAA radio, something that we're recommending. Definitely, if you are in a natural disaster prone area, earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, flooding, and things like that, something that I wanted to give you all that you could purchase and things like that. And we're going to continue to do these types of things because at this point, like I told you, we have to look out for each other because they're not looking out for us. So we stand on community and we relish in our community here. If you are new here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification. We do this every day. We have a real good time here every day, okay? Every day. And you could come on around here for Run Your Mouth at 5 p.m. Monday through Friday when I'm in town. Okay? So yes, we'll be back tomorrow. Let me set up the redirect to send y'all over to Really Be. She gonna kill me. She is gonna kill me. I'm gonna go over there and apologize because y'all know somebody probably already over there snitching on me. You know what? Somebody already over there snitching on me. Anyway, y'all stay right there. I'm gonna send y'all over there. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. Listen, we'll be back tomorrow. I try to keep the QR code up there for people that want to donate to the platform. As y'all can see, my health is getting better. I am at about 90%. By the end of the week, I'll be at 100%. So I'm just glad to be able to be here and not be bedridden, sick and shut in. I got one more day of COVID medicines to take, and we're going to do that and be done with it. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. I will see y'all tomorrow. Stay right there. I'll see y'all.